we should now be live. Woohoo!
And I'm also going to just make sure we don't have a repeat of a few weeks ago.
Yeah, better check that it's actually worked this time after the fun it was last time. Is it all good, do we know?
Hold on. Where's the thing gone? Ah, there. Nope, wrong one. This is going well already.
It's a good start.
There we go.
Socials, yes, perfect.
Yeah,
We are
I found
live.
the right place now.
There we go.
Right, let's just have a look. I'm seeing
All
an
up
advert
and
already.
working.
Well, I'm seeing an advert.
That's always a good sign. But yeah, welcome everyone. Rounds 16 to 18 of the championship from Kyalami. Same as always. Me, your host, got Connor with me as always.
Hello, everyone.
Hopefully, we can bring you another solid night of some solid racing. So, yeah, as mentioned, we are here at Kyalami for this week, and it's going to be another one that's going to shake things up, I think, because obviously we're missing now second place in the championship, Liam Ferguson. He's unable to attend tonight, so it's going to bring a bit more of a mix-up at the front again.
It's 2 nights in a row, isn't it? Was he here last week, or was it the week
No.
before he had to miss?
No, he missed last week as well.
I did think it was last week.
Yeah, missed last week, and yeah, just unfortunately missed last week, and he's here missing this week as well, which is going to give a bit of a boost to those around. Going into this week, we do actually have a new championship leader compared to last week in
Scott Morgan.
Scott Morgan, newcomer to the series for this season, and he now leads the championship, but it's not by much. He has got other people right there with him, so it is definitely not going to make it easy for him, shall we say. But I'm looking forward to this. But as you can see, everyone is making their way round for the warm-up lap for the first race of the night. As you can see, let me just make sure my ticker is all correct.
Yeah, I've already had to sort all that out.
Yeah. So, yes.
I'm just noticing on the warm-up lap there already. I
Go for
don't know
it.
if this is just them having a bit of fun already, but Marth was having a little bit of a panel rub there with, I think it was Kean Walsh.
Yes, I believe one thing they do sometimes at the evening fast, bud. Glad to see you here, buddy. I believe one thing they have done, because there was an issue last week, and it's the reason why one of the lobbies actually got paused and restarted, where there was like desync throughout the lobby, so contact wasn't actually working. So a few of them have taken it upon themselves to test themselves against each other at the start of each race. But yes, it's going to be. I mean, it looks like it's all fun. It's all fine. They haven't smacked each other, so it's something.
It's just something you don't generally tend to see.
No, I think it's going to be something that they might do from here on out, just to double check. But either way, a quick run through then of the grid for the first race, as there is an issue.
Yeah, there was an issue. Yeah, there's a restart.
Yeah, there we go. Well,
I just noticed all of a sudden Kean Walsh, I think it was, just went very, very sideways. And I was like, that's interesting.
That's not where you're supposed to be.
And then all of a sudden it was like, hang on, yeah, I'm starting to get the back screen.
Yeah, it's fine. We will go again. It's all fine. It's all fine. It wouldn't be a race night without there having to be a restart, but, you know, gives us a bit more time to talk. So, yeah, welcome everyone in chat. Hopefully you're looking forward to tonight. Glad to see you back. Predictions? Oh, don't do this already to us, Noble. I mean, it's going to be between you and mine's gone blank. You and Jason Sherlock, starting first and second. Your qualifying, the pair of you, was immense, and we were keeping track of your lap times as you were going, and you looked extremely consistent as well. So I've kind of got it between the pair of you. I don't want to write off anyone from third backwards, but I mean, you two are rapid. Monkey Kong is going to be your vote. That's all right. I mean, you can't write him off, can you? The fastest will win. Exactly. Exactly. The fastest or the bravest. Well, the thing is, I don't know how everyone else feels about this. I want to win however he scraps. Yeah. And Connor, I don't know what your opinion is on this as well, but for me, Kyalami is track that it's all about consistency, because you make one slight mistake and you lose so much ground and so much lap time.
Having done an endurance race round here, it's obviously you're in much faster cars, I must admit. There's a lot of very unforgiving curves here. It's a very punishing track. You make a mistake and it will pull you off into a gravel trap. There's a lot of deceptive corners around here as well. I know, particularly after the big hairpin at the top of the track, you get that long run downhill, and then there's a heavy braking zone there, and it's very easy to overcook it and go in deep.
Yeah. Well, last season, that corner itself was the subject of quite a few. I don't want to say quite a few, because that sounds worse than I mean, but I think that was the main kind of worry point for a couple of cars where you make the slightest mistake, and there's the chance for several different lines into that corner at the bottom of the hill. I mean, realistically, there's one quick line, but if you leave a gap on the inside, there's a very good chance that someone's going to take that spot off you. And that was a subject of some dive bombs last season, so that could be one to keep an eye out for this time round, coming towards the end of the lap. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. So we will switch over to him, seeing as he is starting from pole. Get this all set up because it doesn't remember what I had before this one. There we go. Right then, so quick run through of the results from qualifying. As you can see, starting on pole is Jason Sherlock, who did a 1 minute 50.018, and then 300ths back was Cian Walsh with a 150.048. Right behind them is Michael Dessy and Joseph Atkinson. Then it is Joe Turnell and Bradley Thornton. Behind them is Sam Creek and newcomer to the series, Vadim Pajul. Hope I get your name right there, Vadim. Apologies if I don't. And then on the next row of the grid is Darren Powell and Owen Good. Then it is Matt Fitzgerald and returning driver Alex McDonald, who last season's runner-up, but then has missed the majority of this season so far, but is back now, and it's good to see him back. Right behind them does, however, have our current championship leader, with Mark Guest in 13th, but championship leader Scott Morgan starting from 14th place. Behind them is Phil Garside and Clement Marceau. Then it is Aidan Raftery, Richard Carnwell, Declan Evans, Lee Hepburn and Matt Carter lining up in 21st place. Now, Morgan starting in 14th. He's in a bit of danger there. Evening, Danny. He's in a bit of danger there. Obviously, the bottom 5 from race 1 will drop down to B lobby for race 2. Scott Morgan sat there in 14th. He makes the slightest mistake, he could find himself in that bottom 5. So he's got to be careful. Otherwise, that championship lead he's just built would disappear extremely fast.
I mean, you still obviously will score a fair amount of points, but just not as much as if you were in the top 10.
Absolutely. I think the fact that his two main championship rivals right now are obviously counting out Liam Ferguson because he's missing. I know that Joe Turnell is one of them. Make sure I don't get the wrong name here. Yeah, Joe Turnell and Jason Sherlock are right there with him. And then a little bit further back, you get Sam Creek and Mark Guest sneaking in. So, if they have a bad time, it could all go a bit wrong. But we'll have to see how it goes. Everyone is lining up on the grid now. You can see right of your screen, or right-hand side of the grid, we have Jason Sherlock starting from pole, and alongside him is Sam Creek. Now, one thing that everyone is doing, I hope you can see it from this camera angle, but if not, don't worry, is that the grid markings on Kyalami are extremely close together if you use the set that they show. So we have to leave a row empty every so often so that they can actually fit and not be hitting each other right off the start.
Where's the fun in that?
I mean, it's fine. I think that's everyone possibly in at the back, so we should be getting going any second now.
Interesting angle I'm noticing there from the front row men.
Just thought that as well, actually, but here we go then.
Yeah.
Welcome, Booth, to grab your exclusive event program and learn how you can get the inside scoop.
It's a long hold. Right, still making sure that some of the back are in position.
And here's real-time analysis during today's event.
Very long hold here.
Extremely long hold.
This could be quite an interesting turn one. Some very cold tyres possibly here.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Apologies everyone for the very, very long delayed
I
start.
can see a couple cars at the back just getting their position sorted, so I think they might have been in the wrong grid spots possibly, so apologies for the delay. But here we go then. And we are off for round 16 of the championship. It looks like a really good start there from Jason Sherlock. However, it does look like side by side behind them. It looks like we're going possibly 3 wide further back, but Kian Walsh going around the outside potentially on Jason Sherlock into the braking zone for the first time. Into the left-hander we go. Sherlock covers that inside line well. Behind them, looks like everyone's making it through okay. Can't see any contact. A little bit of dust kicked up in the background, but I think that's someone running slightly wide. However, into the next part of the section, into this left-hander down the first of the kind of long-ish straights we've got down here. A little bit wide there from Sherlock, and I think it was Bradley Thornton that touched the grass as well. Down we go. It looks like Sherlock is going to hold on to that one quite comfortably now. He's fought off a little bit of early pressure as they make way through Sunset and towards Clubhouse.
Looking through the order, no real big movers that I'm seeing so far. Everyone being quite well behaved so far.
It looks like everyone's managing to keep it all together. You can see there's a nice gap being built up early there from Jason Sherlock. You can see Kian Walsh here in second place under a bit of pressure early. Behind them, you can see I think that was side by side between Joe Atkinson and Joe Turnell. And up the inside, opportunistic move from Bradley Thornton as they make their way round the long left-hander. Down the straight they go for the first time.
There was a little bit of something that's just happened towards the back, Steve. It was Matt Fitzgerald. I've just noticed he was very slow coming out the hairpin at the top of the hill. A couple of cars did run into the back of him. Didn't see what caused him to be slow.
A good spot. It looks like he's managing to... Looks like there's nothing foul happened there. It looks to be okay at the moment. I must mention, actually, a good start from Matt Carter, who's found himself up in 16th place. So really good from him as we make the way through the final turn for the first time this lap. First time tonight, you can see Jason Sherlock is in front for Kian Walsh and Michael Dessy. Then it's Joseph Atkinson, Joe Turnell, Bradley Thornton, Sam Creek, Owen Good, Jewel and McDonald is your top 10. Up the inside goes Joe Turnell. A big switch back immediately from Joseph Atkinson. He's getting a bit of help there from Bradley Thornton, I think. He's got the inside though. Has Joe Turnell. These two still going side by side through the left-hander they go. He's got to be careful. Bradley Thornton's looking to get involved in this one as well. Well, he gets a little bit touched onto the grass there, but he's managed to keep it going. Thornton's just going to slot in behind. Sam Creek is tucked in behind this watching. What this is doing is creating a bit of a gap between third and fourth and allowing the front three of Sherlock, Creek and Dessy to just get away. Oh, big switch back there from Joe Turnell. Is he going to make a move into the left-hander as he make way into the S's? I think he might. Atkinson's going to try and stick it around the outside, keep the inside line to the right. Is Thornton going to try and stick his nose in there? I'm surely not going to. Sam Creek's trying to get involved in this one as well. Into the hairpin braking zone. Well, a bit wide there from Atkinson, and I think a bit of a block there in the end by Joe Turnell, and getting involved as well. Sam Creek looks to have gained at least a place on Bradley Thornton as a result. No, Bradley Thornton's going to tuck in behind. Yes, he has. So Thornton drops down a position and Turnell gains one. Atkinson into the braking zone, though. Up the inside, Bradley Thornton's going to try and get the lot of them into the right-hander. Yes, he has. Joe Turnell gets
On the exit,
shifted out wide. Oh, I think Thornton might backed out of that one. I think he wasn't too happy with the way he made that one. Maybe there was contact that we couldn't quite see in the in that camera view. See Atkinson, nice defensive inside line there. Got to be a little bit careful of the exit though.
They're really losing touch now with the top three, but they're going to go 3 wide here.
I believe that was Joseph Atkinson was one of those involved in that one.
Surely this has got the inside line for Sam Creek here on Atkinson. Good move. Pulled there, yes. Is that Owen Good coming through as well? I think that is Owen Good up the inside.
Yeah, Owen Good up the inside, so he's getting involved in that one as well. And he's actually, for a second, I thought he was going to shuffle the his teammate back, but Bradley Thornton is the one who's actually lost out the motor. He's down in 9th place now. Sam Creek up to 5th. In front,
Look who else is just coming through, I've just noticed. Up into 7th now, Steve. Having
Alex
started
McDonald
down in
making his
12th.
arrival.
Alex McDonald. Oh, so on the
wide
grass.
in the front. I think that was Joe Turnell.
That was
really
Turnell.
wide there. He's managed to save it, and it's going to bring Sam Creek back into his clutches.
What was he doing out there, Steve?
I wonder if he got caught on the curb and on the exit. It's just spat him out. He's managed to save it nicely, but that could have been a lot worse than it was. Up at the front, though, you see, there's about a second gap now between Sherlock and Walsh. So, could see. I think Sherlock's trying to get away early. He's looking really comfortable here. Check further back just on the progress of Scott Morgan down in 12th place. He's gained a couple positions off the start, but he looks like he's just kind of settling in at the moment. There's not really much opportunity for him to get through this long train that's all the way back, really, from Joe Turnell. I say that as he looks to make a move around the outside. No, he's going to go for a switchback on Darren Powell. He's got alongside him. Is he going to get the run down into turn 1? I think Powell's getting the slipstream from the car ahead. Yes, he is. So he's just going to beat him into the braking zone. I think they're going to be about even.
One driver that did make slipstream work, Steve. Owen Good, just past Bradley Thornton down on the inside into turn 1.
Yeah, we're good up into 8th place. Meanwhile, still side by side is Scott Morgan and Darren Powell, giving each other plenty of space there. Still side by side as they make their way into the right-hander. Got to be careful because Mark Guest is looking to get involved in this as well. And up the inside is he can potentially make a move on Morgan. Morgan's getting a little bit hung out to dry there, but I think he's managing to just stay in it. He's kept his nose in. Right to the left-hander. I think I heard a big slide further ahead.
Oh, Steve, out wide. Joe Turnell. He's run wide again.
Joe Turnell,
He's
yes he
down
has.
to
He's dropped down to 8th place now. Under pressure from... So he's been passed by not only Sam Creek, Joseph Atkinson, Alex McDonald has got past him. Thornton's now going around the outside. Inside into the left. And Thornton, big dive up the inside as he takes something good as well. I think Joe Turnell's going to be the beneficiary of this.
I just didn't see what happened there, Steve. I just suddenly noticed on the ticker, and then I just saw it. I don't know if he's got sideways coming into the turn. And
looks like it's the same corner as he seemed to have a mistake on last time, doesn't it? But have to keep an eye on him.
That's a lot of work he's got to put in now, but that's taken a bit of pressure now off the guys up there. And I think Joseph Atkinson now is getting very close there to Sam Creek.
Yeah, Atkinson does look like he's starting to put a bit of pressure on Creek. See Creek immediately taking quite a defensive line to the left-hand side of the track.
Look, he's got a big run here. Alex McDonald's closing in on this battle very quick as well.
He's got a really good exit. He's going to get something under braking. He's just sliding in behind at the moment, is McDonald. Well, for a second he looked like he was going to go for the switchback, but Atkinson looked like he covered that off nicely. Up in front, the gap between... I think a mistake has happened by Desi as he's dropped back now from Cian Walsh, who's now setting his sights on Jason Sherlock up front. Meanwhile, just in the background there, he saw Bradley Thornton go a little bit wide.
Alex McDonald's looking really racy now behind Joseph Atkinson. Although Atkinson, under braking there, has done really well to sort of reel back in on Sam Creek.
Yeah, these lot nose to tail. A little bit of a gap back from... I mean, a small gap forming pretty much to... Well, Bradley Thornton is 7th. These three have seemed to escape that. And then, I mean, I say that as that gap slowly looks like it's closing in. And then it's just a train of cars all the way down to Declan Evans in 21st place. Who actually, as I say that, looks like he's dropped off quite a bit. I wonder if he's got an issue.
Just going to have a look. No real damage there. I just wonder if he's made a little mistake.
Possibly, but he's currently languishing down in 21st, dropping off the back of Aidan Raftery. Speaking of dropping off, Michael Dessy, he's definitely dropped back from Cian Walsh now, and it's making it a two-car fight for the lead. Sherlock, who had an early getaway, is now finding himself under increasing pressure.
It's a bit of a lonely race, this, for Michael Dessy. Although, here we go, Alex McDonald's now looking on the inside.
I believe I may have just switched away from a dive there from Cian Walsh, but it's too late now. It doesn't look like it has happened looking at the tickers, so that's not too bad. But yeah, as you said, Alex McDonald has got up the inside now of Joseph Atkinson, finds himself in the top 5. He's now tucked in behind Sam Creek. How long is it going to be until he takes that position?
What a return to this championship this has been for Alex McDonald. Started down in 12th place, up to 5th, and a definite 4th place on cards here.
To switch back to the battle up at the front, though, you can see that gap has closed, and it's Sherlock now under immense pressure from Cian Walsh.
Just keeping an eye here on Alex McDonald coming down the hill. He's right in the slipstream of Sam Creek. I'm wondering whether he's going to shape up for a move here. I just wonder if he's waiting for that pit straight so he can get that dive into turn 1.
Or maybe he looked for a minute around the outside. He's lined up the switchback, however. Side by side, the pair are exiting the final corner. It's going to be a drag race down the long straight into turn 1. I think the Ford of Sherlock should have a slight advantage down here. Under braking though, Walsh has the inside line. Side by side, a little bit wide there from Sherlock. He gave plenty of room. Has he got the inside for the right-hander? Yes, he has. And now into the left, it's going to be Walsh again. Sherlock still sticking around the outside. He's not given this one up at all. A little bit wide there on exit. I think he's still got them staying alongside them. Through the right we go. Still side by side these two are.
Further down the order, Steve. Joseph Atkinson's just been passed into turn 1 by both Bradley Thornton and Owen Good. He was side by side with Good all the way round the first few corners. Just got ran out of the road, ran wide.
Looks like Cian Walsh just had to drop off now. Well, I say drop off, just have to slot in behind. It's putting Sherlock under so much pressure. This could eventually actually drag Michael Dessy into this fight, but have to keep an eye on him. 3 laps to go, though.
Steve. We've got another one further down. Darren Powell's just run a little bit wide, coming through the fast chicane, downhill chicane. He's just lost a couple of positions there, and I've just seen Joseph Atkinson's dropped down to 10th now.
Yeah, it looks like he was involved in a 4-car battle there with Joe Turnell, Owen Good, and Vadim Pajul. Through the right-hander, Joe Turnell, for a second, looked like he was going to make a move, but had to back out of that one. The front though,
right in saying that this is
the final corner.
Debut in OMA.
Yes, it is, yeah.
It's an impressive debut currently, up in 7th place.
Really good showing so far. Here we go though, lap 9. Down the straight we go. And Walsh yet again looking for that inside line. Thought better of it this time round. And he did almost everything perfect last lap, and Sherlock just kept himself side by side. The pair weren't to be separated. Got a little touch there on the grass on exit for Sherlock. Is that going to give an opportunity? Further back, just away from this for a second, you see that Alex McDonald is all over the back of Sam Creek. He's got the outside line through the braking zone, forcing Creek to take the tighter inside line. Don't think he's going to open a position though.
There was an attempted move into turn 1 by Alex McDonald, but just couldn't get far enough alongside.
Yeah, McDonald is really putting Creek under a lot of pressure. He's found a gap on the inside though, into the hairpin, top of the hill. Creek's going to try and stick it out around the outside, but I think that Golf is going to get the better exit it has, and Bradley Thornton's looking to get involved in this as well, and that's up to 4th now for McDonald. Great drive from him so far.
Sam Creek's going to try and take that back though, and he's going for it. He's over the grass.
Yeah, he's had to back out of that one. He looked for a second like he was going to make the move.
But this is brilliant for Bradley Thornton now, because he's now right up the back of Sam Creek. I think there was a little touch maybe through there.
Yeah, possibly. I think I just heard contact from... I think someone might have touched the gravel in the background of the...
Although, Steve, here we go, going
there.
back again. Sam Creek's having a little look. It's not paid off, but here comes Bradley Thornton on Creek.
Oh, big defence from Sam Creek. Bradley Thornton looked like he got a run at the inside. Creek defending it, forcing Thornton to take the outside line into turn 1. Not to be had. McDonald will be happy to watch this happen. Oh, Bradley Thornton is all over the back of Sam Creek looking for a gap, but at the same time, Creek is all over the back of McDonald, so it's nothing to be gained at the moment.
Sam Creek's in the worst position in this, I fear, because he's in that position. He knows if he attacks but doesn't get it right, he could lose a position. But we've seen throughout the season how good Sam Creek is at defending.
Yeah, absolutely.
As Bradley Thornton does run wide there. I was about to say it's going to be a hard job to get that position.
Yeah, it's a bit of a big mistake there from Thornton. Meanwhile, up at the front, still
another one
two.
who has made a mistake, Steve. Clement Marceau, he's just dropped a long way back at the back of the field there. He's got no damage. I just wonder if he's had a little mistake, ran wide.
Possible trip through the gravel for Marceau. Finds himself down in 21st, which does bump Declan Evans up to 20th. Here we go though, penultimate lap. Not long to run the final lap of the race. It's anyone's guess, really. I mean, Sherlock's done a really good job so far. Kean Walsh has thrown everything at him. Nothing stuck so far, but... Oh, a bit wide there from Walsh. Oh, he nearly found himself on the wall. He's done well to keep that one. I thought for a second he was going to be hitting that outside wall. So you enter the final lap of the race, though. Sherlock in first. Walsh is second, then it's Dessy, McDonald, Creek, Thornton, Bajul, Good, Atkinson and Joe Turnell rounding out the top 10. Special mention has to go actually to Scott Morgan, who's found himself in 11th place at the moment, so good drive up from 14th for him. Bit of damage limitation from a otherwise disappointing qualifying. I think Sherlock's just done enough though in the last couple of laps, and I think that mistake from Walsh is probably enough, but anything can happen though. Through the right hand we go.
Further back, Steve, there's a cracking battle going on here for 7th place. Joe Turnell, Joseph Atkinson, Owen Good. Vadim Bajul's just dropped down to 10th, I've noticed, in all of that, so I didn't see what actually happened to him there.
Yeah, have a quick check of that now. See, it's a bit of a queue that would be forming between these lot as they're battling around, but...
That was Bajul, who looked like he was going for a move on Owen Good, and I think there was contact there, because they've just dropped away from these two here. Turnell and Atkinson seem to now just be in a pair on their own. Yeah,
I think you're right. I think that looks like at the very least there's a bit of a squirrely exit there for Owen Good. Meanwhile, up at the front, better check it as we go through the final as we enter the final few corners. Is a move going to be made by Kean Walsh? Oh, a tap on the back. He looks to try and get an opening. I think he might. Looks like he's just going to slide behind. He didn't like the way that happened. Sherlock still holding on to first place. Into the final corner we go. It's still Sherlock in first. Has he done enough? Kean Walsh is going to try and get a better exit, but I think Sherlock's going to have done enough. Make our way towards the line. I think he's done it. Jason Sherlock takes the win in race 16. Second
Gonna
place.
have a drag race to the line, Steve, between Thornton and Creek. I think Creek's just got it.
Creek's just kept it, yeah. So, Desi in third, mentioned to him. Fourth place goes the way of Alex McDonald. Welcome back, Alex. Fifth goes to Sam Creek. Sixth, Bradley Thornton. Seventh, Joe Turnell. Then it's Atkinson. Good, Peugeot. And then Garside is 11th, having got past Scott Morgan on that final lap. Whew. Good racing. Good racing. Enjoyed that one.
A very enjoyable race, that. I must say, it's a lot more overtaking places I feel around here, and yeah, it's that's this long straight. It's making some very good dive bomb and slipstream moves.
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, it was just top to bottom. It looked like there were battles throughout. I mean, obviously, most of the focus was going on towards the front of the field, but it's all movement. Great drive though from. I mean, the pair up front, really good by the pair of them. Between Sherlock and Walsh. Desi, he was on his own, but he didn't really put a foot wrong and kept himself in a really comfortable third place. Again, welcome back to Alex McDonald with a decent fourth place finish for him. Creek will be happy with fifth, as will Bradley Thornton with sixth. Joe Turnell, I don't reckon he'll be too happy with the seventh place. He probably could have been up with those battlers up front. He was with Sam Creek for a period of that. Until he made his mistake.
Two mistakes early in the race, didn't he? One where we sort of caught him on the grass, and then another one where he dropped down to just down to 10th, wasn't it? He ended up falling to.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd love to see what he does in race 2. Noble says he was too fast, man, in chat. Yeah, or Maine. Yeah, really good drive up there. Had one real opportunity when they were side by side for almost half the lap, but just couldn't get it to stick. And fair play to the pair of you. Did really well, but there's a bit of a delay until race 2, so feel free to get yourself a drink, use a toilet, etc. As I know that from what I can tell, there was some issues in getting B Lobby started. I believe they are up and running at the moment, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Really good racing though.
I've only just realised I've had this coffee next to me. It's just about still drinkable.
I've done the same if it helps. I've done the exact same.
I've literally I've just looked across, I was like, oh yeah! Oh, it's still drinkable. I can deal with it. Could have put a bit more sugar in it, I thought.
It's fine.
Do we have an idea how long our wait is, Steve?
Not sure. It does seem like they were quite a bit delayed trying to get the race started, so feel free to take a break, etc.
Is this opening us up to some potential ramblings?
Some waffling. Oh, is that
some
is that the
waffling,
plan?
maybe?
Yeah, some classic Connor and Steve waffling between races. I think I'll be open for some Connor and Steve waffling between races.
Anybody in the chat, if anything you want to hear us waffle about potentially? Anybody in there have their own sort of thoughts of the race?
Or even not about the race. It's waffle time. And I'm not meaning the potato product.
Oh, we're going to go for the Waffle House, are we?
Don't push it. But
Do we
maybe.
actually have that over in the UK?
I mean, I went to Centre Perks a few weeks ago, about a couple months ago now, and they have a Waffle House in there. Does that count? Oh, it's a pancake house, actually. Ignore everything I just said.
I mean, they're two different things, you know.
Yeah, but you can also get waffles.
True, but if it's called a pancake house, you can't exactly say it's a waffle house, can you?
I mean, isn't a waffle just a pancake but shaped differently? It's the same.
There's
mix,
waffles.
isn't it?
I've got syrup. Chat
Yeah.
team. I mean, I'm trying to think what I last had. I mean, tell you some
I'm a
good
big fan
waffles.
of syrup on waffles, to be fair.
I mean, to be fair, the only time I really ever have waffles is when I go to Creams.
When you go to where?
Creams. You don't tell me you don't know what Creams is, Steve.
I know where my mind went, and it's not that.
Oh. Do we have to put a 18 warning on the stream now?
I'm sure there already is. I hope there isn't. I'm sure there probably is.
I was going to say, everyone's heard of Creams, Steve. Your silence is making me scared that you don't know what Creams is.
No.
It's a dessert parlour.
Yeah, no. I do like the way, I'm just going to throw this out there quickly. I do like the way that we said that we're going to do some waffling between races, and it turned into a conversation about literal waffles.
I mean, you did start saying waffles. But anyway, back to the point
It's
I
valid.
was making. I normally get like the chocolate brownie one down there. Like it's just a big waffle, chocolate
Nice.
sauce, brownies, ice cream. Love it.
Can't go wrong. It sounds a bit like what's the thing that's near me?
Casper's or something?
Yeah, I've got a Casper's near me. Similar
Yeah,
thing.
it's basically the same thing, effectively, but just
Right.
like a different franchise.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
The amount of people that are probably watching this stream sitting there thinking, I've joined to watch some racing. Why are these guys talking about waffles?
Yeah, so there's definitely some people who've gone, oh, touring car championship, that looks exciting. And there's us two going, so do you know what a creams is?
Ladies and gentlemen, next week we will be presenting OMA Bake Off.
No. Don't even.
To be
don't
fair,
even lie
Steve,
about
I've
it.
seen your cooking. That is... Ooh,
We try
I've
and do.
seen it, but not experienced it.
Donny's confused in the chat. It's fair. This is what happens when we're left to our own devices. We asked a question. No one responded. We're talking about waffles. This is the content you came to see. All right. This is what you wanted. Anything goes.
How many
here.
people can say that when they're watching the F1 that you don't hear Martin Brundle talking about waffles and
No.
Ted Kravitz, do you?
Yeah, there's a boring race. Monaco hasn't had an overtake in 57 laps. Brundle just goes, "Do you guys like pancakes?" Yeah, you don't get it. You don't get this kind of treatment.
To be fair, Steve, you can watch the Monaco race, and when they finally go for an overtake, they'll just cut away to Lance Stroll going through the swimming pool.
Don't, because I feel like I nearly did that today, switching away from the battle for the lead to watch a fight that was going on further back. I honestly thought I was going to look back and there was like Sherlock in the wall, because I could have sworn I saw Kian Walsh diving up the inside just as I switched away. I swear, if I'd gone back to it and Sherlock was in the wall and Kian Walsh was on his roof, I think I would have cried.
If we ever get the budget and we cut away to like another battle on track, we need to have it come up saying Lance Stroll.
No, we're not doing that. What are you trying to do? No, that's not happening. Maybe. We'll think about it. I hope everyone did enjoy that. That's F1, so it doesn't count. Exactly. What else have we got? Oh, no, you know what it reminds me of a little bit, actually? The incessant, like, mindless waffling is, like, 15 hours into a like
Le Mans
or
24
Daytona,
hour.
and they just start talking rubbish in the middle of the night. That's the kind of thing that I'm thinking of now.
We're just not going to promote what they did at Le Mans that time with illegal substances.
I don't know what you mean. That was funny though.
But we can have cake.
Yeah, I mean, I have cake
Although,
downstairs.
unfortunately, I don't have any.
I have.
Technically, would a mini roll count as a cake? Because it's like a chocolate sponge in there.
Yes? Question mark?
You normally buy it down the cake aisle in Tesco's, to be fair.
Valid.
Oh, Steve, I've thought of a debate we could start in the chat.
If it's going to be a biscuit or cake conversation, we're not having this.
Is a Jaffa cake a biscuit or a cake?
I'm not doing this.
Because it says it's called a Jaffa cake, but you buy it in the biscuit aisle.
How many times do I have to say we're not doing this? I will say, I do apologise a lot to everyone for the delay that's happening right now.
Yeah, it's a delay that is out of our hands, and unfortunately, the longer the delay, the more random the questions are going to become.
Yeah, something like that, innit? Yeah. So, I do apologise. If you want to get involved in the waffle or change the conversation, feel free. It's a cake legally. They went to court on it, and as a result, they pay less tax. There we go. There we go. That is how you make a first time. That is how you say your first thing in chat. Thank you very much, Nothel. I said that so like. I put so much emotion behind that as if it was a conversation that I really was invested in. But I'm glad that it's been cleared up.
The thing for me is, they actually went to court over the fact of, is it a biscuit or a cake?
Well, sometimes you've got to be sure.
I mean, there's being sure, and then there's taking it to court.
Wait, I think he's right. I do remember there being a tax conversation about it, actually. And yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, normally it's the sort of question that you just have an argument about, you know, around the table at Christmas. You know, somebody brings up, oh yeah, it's a cake. No, it's a biscuit. Why'd you... The fact you've actually had to take it over...
When it's worth millions in profits, it's worth going to court over. Absolutely, yeah. Cannot disagree with that at all. Just an update on B Lobby, by the way. They are on lap 9 of 11. So...
Oh yeah, they were quite delayed then.
Lap 10, sorry. The person I was just had a quick check on spectating wise looks to have been involved in something because they're half a lap down.
Ah, okay.
But there's all I can see at the top left, and I don't know if I can actually raid the stream for a second.
Are we going to be streaming a stream?
I'm trying to see if I can, to be fair.
Don't go breaking it now, Steve.
Yeah, I won't break it this time. I was going to say that the only stream I managed to find so far, all I can see is the cars in first and second looking like they're swapping almost every corner. So, can't wait for that to come up here.
Oh, it's not like we've not had anything happen in this race. Quite a dull race, wasn't it, Steve?
It's been pretty calm. Yeah, nothing happened. Nothing of note.
Other than you Lance Strolled it.
Don't do this. Do not compare me to him.
Why? He's a driver.
Just. No, I'm not doing this. No, you're not
I'm
setting me off.
expecting the Aston Martin lawsuit to come in very quickly.
It's not worth that much.
I mean, and get them going to court over it.
Yeah, it's not. There's no point. It's more worthwhile going to court over if something's a cake, I think.
I mean, I'm pretty certain Stroll's got a bit of money behind him if he really wanted to. If Lance Stroll is here, I apologise on
he's
behalf
got a bit of money
of
behind him.
What do you mean that you apologise on behalf of OMA? Don't stick up for him, Lise.
I didn't. We haven't said anything though. How is things going?
No lawsuits here. Exactly. I mean, I could get a lawsuit underway if you wanted, Lise.
Don't do this.
Disappointing you're not racing, actually, Connor.
I believe he's on holiday, and he's decided in
Not
his
to take his
during his
Xbox.
holiday to spectate, which I don't know if I want to praise the commitment or not. I kind of do.
That is how you know you're dedicated to the cause.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, full credit.
I cannot wait for people to watch the stream back.
I feel like this is the bit they would have skipped over, though. Let's be honest.
I feel like anybody who's just joining the stream now is just going to be completely confused when they look back at the chat and there's a thing about cake, stroll, waffles.
This is normal. So I can confirm B Lobby is just ending. They're just crossing the finish line now. It looks like Anthony Bartolini has taken the win in B Lobby, so he'll be one of those coming up. Can't see the rest because the person watching is down in 16th.
We'll just have to eagerly await for them to post the results.
Yeah. I think they're just finishing up now as the last guy crosses the line. At least by the stream anyway, so I'm obviously a little bit behind. Did everyone rejoin this lobby now that I say that? Brothers, yes it did. So we are still on the right one, that's fine. Do we have 1917? I think. Is anyone from here supposed to be in B? That's why I'm just wondering.
I wonder whether some have just sort of kicked around here just while they wait.
So
we've got 19 people in the lobby. We take 2 away because that's us. I think there's 1 in here that probably shouldn't be, maybe.
I think 17th. Big Tubes, is he already gone? Big Tubes is the one that should be going over, but of course
He's obviously waiting for
waiting for the other lobby to open up, yeah.
we now... So we have coming up there... Thibaut de Bomi's come up.
Yep, I believe the results are in, so that's fine. Right, so
Anthony
coming up will be...
Bartolini. I tell you what, Steve, look at who's joined the lobby there, who's come up, and look at where they started. That is an impressive drive.
From there. Yeah. Really impressive from a couple of them. Fair play. So
that's for those wondering who we're referring to there, that is Liam Buckley who has come in here. Who else was there that's come up?
Also Alpa Turk will be coming up.
Alpa Turk, yeah, but he's returned. He didn't actually didn't set a time in qualifying, did he? Nor did oh, who have I just said? My mind's gone blank already. How do I keep forgetting names?
Who are you looking for?
I will tell you when I find the name again. Oh, wrong thing. Liam Buckley, that's the one I meant. I got there eventually. And is am I right in saying that this other driver who's coming up, it's his OMA debut as well, Ross? Do we pronounce it Limage? Or is it Limage? Limage.
I want to say Limage.
I'm going to
My
say,
mind says
yeah.
Limage.
I think Limage.
Limage. Ross Limage. Yeah. Perfect.
That's but yeah, am I right in saying that's his debut with OMA?
It is, yes.
There are some fast drivers looking in there that have failed to make their way up there. Looking at this. Andre Freitas was down there. He's not come up. Neither has Philip Birch. Looking at this.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Vaddy. Appreciate that. So, have we got everyone in who should be in? I think we might be waiting on one more person. Two should also be going down, if I remember rightly, because he came... Yep, there he goes, just as I say it. So 21. We should have two more people coming in, which will be... I believe we're still
I
waiting
think one is
on...
Alpaturk,
Yeah,
and
Alpaturk and... Make sure I get it right.
Ross Limage.
Yes. So, yeah, just waiting on them, and then we will get race 2 of the night finally underway. Again, massive apologies for the delay. B-Lobby's fault. I think it was Fastbird, yeah. No, from what I can tell, the confusion was over the grid lineup. I think it was just a... I don't want to say miscommunication, because that's not... That makes it sound worse than it was, but I think it was just, yeah, trying to get the lobby set up. Didn't seem like it... the grid set up seemed like it was a bit of the problem, but we hope that's fixed now, so this shouldn't happen for race 3. But we do want to get this one underway soon, though, so yeah, just waiting on the last guy to join, and then we will get this one going. I believe the same will be said for C. I think that's everyone in now. No, still waiting on...
Ross Limage, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think that might possibly be him that's just joined. Yes, it is.
There we go. It's not in the right car. Hopefully we'll see that change in a second.
I mean, he races in an Audi, doesn't he? That surely counts.
Don't push me.
I'm technically in an Audi, so by all rights, I could possibly sneak on and do a race.
Again, don't push me. So, a reminder to everyone, the starting grid for race 2 are the finishing results of race 1. So, obviously, the winner of race 1 was Jason Sherlock. He'll be starting from pole all the way back to 16th place Darren Powell, who will obviously be starting in 16th. And then 17th to 21st will be filled by the finishing positions of the top 5 from B. So, the winner of B Lobby was Anthony Bartolini, so he'll be starting in 17th. Thibaut Debomi will be starting in 18th. Alpaturk in 19th. Limage in 20th. And then Liam Buckley in 21st. I think we're all here now. Who are we waiting on? No one. We are getting ready to go. Here we go then. Race 2 of the night. Let's hope there's no problems. So if I can, is there an F lobby? So we do. The system is built for a C lobby as well. And so we started the season with, I mean, we have availability for 60, I think I've got it 63 sign-ups. But yeah. Right then. Where is Sherlock? There he is. Get the ticker all set up again.
I love the way that it's just the default thing we have to do at the start of every time.
Be nice if it saved anything, but let's not ask too much too early.
Too early, the game's been out over a year.
Don't push it. Right then. So, as you can see, Jason Sherlock will be starting from pole position with Cian Walsh right behind him. Alex McDonald will be starting from 4th. Michael Dessy just has to work his way past him. And of course it is Sam Creek in 5th. Bradley Thornton 6th, and it's Joe Turnell, Owen Good, and Joseph Atkinson. Let's just leave them to get into position first before I start calling it out, because it turns out they're still they're still working their way around getting themselves into order. But do we have a prediction for the winner of this one?
Ooh, I'll let you go first, Steve.
You're letting me go first?
I'll let you go first.
That is a question. I think a part of me wants to say, do I go simple? Like the easy pick, or do I go with something a little bit like out there? I'm gonna go out there, you know.
Ooh, go on then.
I think Alex McDonald from 4th.
I was going to say, he's got the potential, you know. He started 12th, obviously, in the first race. Drove well to get up to 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Took him a while to get past Sam Creek, but we know how well Sam does defend.
Yes.
He just never really got any time to make any inroads into Michael Dessy, Cian Walsh, but I'm going to say
too caught up with those that kind of were in between them. But I'd be interested to see what he does from 4th.
I'm going to be honest, Steve. I can't see beyond Jason Sherlock, unfortunately. I think he's got a tremendous amount of pace. Do I see maybe Cian Walsh getting past him? Possibly. He was putting the moves on towards the end, but I think it's going to have to be a 2 from 2 for Sherlock for me. But two people, or a couple of drivers I think well worth watching out for. In particular, Alpaturk. We saw him early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Was right up towards the front, starting down in 19th. I would not be at all surprised, potentially, if we saw him in the top 6.
Now that's I think that's bolder than the pick than my pick for Alex McDonald to take the win. You reckon Alpaturk will get himself in the top 6? I mean, it'd be probably driver of the season if he pulls that off, but I mean, I don't put it past him. He has been extremely quick, and it's just it's a shame that he missed qualifying. Otherwise, he probably would already be up there. But we will just have to wait and see how this one goes. So everyone is just getting themselves into grid positions, and we will get this one underway. Be sure to cast your vote on who you think is going to win as well. Win yourself some channel points, why not? So you can just see the back of the grid just slowly getting into position back there. I think that was Anthony Bartolini. I could just see moving in. I'm looking at the angles being put in that second row, by the way. Dessy and McDonald both aiming for the inside line, while Cian Walsh is aiming directly at Jason Sherlock, so this could be something for the start of this one.
That is, I've just seen. Been there. Here we
Here
go.
we go, though. Desi didn't seem to get the greatest start. It's a really, really good start from Keir Walsh. He's already taken the lead off of Jason Sherlock into turn 1. McDonald tucked in third place. Is he going to try and make a move into the first corner as well? Sherlock aims for the inside. Cut across comes Keir Walsh, and that is a pretty decent hole shot there for Walsh. And he's got away first, and he's looking probably to try and get away as early as he can. Behind them, we can see Desi and McDonald side by side. Desi nicks third place back. A little bit of contact between the pair. Sound Creek looking to get involved as well. In the background, looks like everyone has made their way round those first couple corners safely. Trying to look for any good starts. I think everyone's got away pretty safely and nothing crazy at the moment. So all looks to be nice and calm and just kind of settling in position already. Though you can see the top two are trying to get away. It's 3 wide going into the left hand. That's Sound Creek putting his nose up in front and side by side with both Bradley Thornton and Alex McDonald. McDonald does manage to save it and holds on to 4th place as Desi continues his run of sitting in 3rd place safely.
Tonal getting fully involved in this as well. We saw him make a few mistakes in that first race. He's going to want to avenge that this time round. And oh, bit of sideways there.
Yeah, a bit of light bumps going through the kind of concertinaed up in that hairpin. You can see behind Joe Turnell there's a few of them side by side. They're all still vying for a bit of track, bit of space. Nothing to be had so far. Meanwhile, up the front, you can see Sherlock is putting the move on Walsh. No, he's just going to back out of that one, just slot in behind. He's going to have to be careful. We know what Jason Sherlock's pace has been like today. See if we can get him. So they make their way through the final corner. Now, Jason Sherlock hasn't had to make an overtake yet tonight, so be interested to see how quickly he can pull one off this time around as Keir Walsh. We know the pace he's got as well. These two are in real danger, really, of just escaping, as Desi is already finding himself a second back.
Got a 3 wide, I think, back here, Steve. Is it 3? No, they've sorted themselves out into a 2 by 2 there. Looked for a moment like we had a 3 wide going through the final corner.
Yeah, it looks like they've managed to settle down a little bit wide there from Desi, and that could create an opportunity for McDonald, but he looks to just park himself in the apex and close that door quite quickly. McDonald, we can see it, just tucked in behind. He's got to be careful though, as Thornton and Creek are behind, as well as, I believe that's Owen Good and Joe Turnell looking to try and keep with this slot as well. Me on 9th place at the moment. Really good start to the race for Scott Morgan.
Just looking down again, no real heavy movers so far this race. I've just seen a move. Vanny Visual's just gone up the inside there on
bit wide
Darren
in the
Powell.
background there for Phil Garside. I think he's managed to save him, but he could be under a lot of pressure now from Joseph Atkinson. Because it's just going to back out and slot in behind as well. Sorry, yeah, as you say though.
Sam Creek's going around the outside of Bradley Thornton here. Don't think he's
not
got
going to make
that.
a move around there, surely. No, he's going to tuck back in behind, yeah.
Just behind them
not
though, Joe Turner was looking at Owen Good.
He's also having to settle in behind as well. It's possibly
Alex
making a move into
McDonald
the
and
braking
Desi
zone.
They're closing right up, and Sam Creek's going on the attack behind.
Desi really, really good line, taking that inside line away. So McDonald didn't have a gap to go for. McDonald needs to be careful here because Bradley Thornton and Sam Creek are right on the back of these two. McDonald is really desperate for this overtake. Oh, Bradley Thornton for a second. I think there was a little tap on the back there and he's just slotted in behind to be safe. Oh, there's a slow car on the inside of the track there. I think that was one of the HYR cars, possibly.
Change for third, Steve. McDonald's up the inside of Desi.
Yeah, he's made that move into turn 1, cut across him into the braking zone as well. Now let's see what McDonald can do. Can he pull that gap in?
There was a tap there. There was a tap there behind, I think. Maybe was that Thornton just tapping the back of Desi? Or was that...
Oh, Thornton's been ushered out wide. Is he managing to save that one? Oh, good save there from Thornton. I think he was trying to hold that outside line. Sam Creek, and not sure if Sam Creek got tapped from behind from Owen Good as well. It's a little bit, I don't want to say clumsy actually, that's not the word I'm after. It's just so tight and close between them all there, and it looks like Bradley Thornton was the one who lost out the most. He has got to be a little bit careful though. He's a little bit screwed coming off of that curb. Like I say, it's going to be really interesting now. So Desi's found himself in 4th place. We know that pace-wise, he hasn't really had it this race so far. He looked a lot quicker first time. He seems to be under a bit more pressure this time around. Joe Turner looking to make a move.
Out the front, Sherlock has caught right up Keane Walsh.
Yeah, he has. Up the inside comes Joe Turnell. He's putting Owen Good under immense pressure at the moment. There's a little bit of contact side by side. I think Turnell's just going to slot in. Yes, he has. Behind them, you can see just behind Bradley Thornton, the pair of the teammates for HYR in Scott Morgan and Joseph Atkinson look to be kind of working together to try and catch up with these lot. They'll catch up quite quickly if they continue to battle. Meanwhile, up at the front, you can see Sherlock just a little bit wide there. He's not going to make a move on Creek this time, although on Keane Walsh. I think Walsh ran a little bit wide through that corner. Behind them, you can see
Sherlock's closer though than he was on the previous lap.
Is he going to make a move into turn one? He's lining it up. He's looking for it. He's just putting himself in the mirrors, trying to put off Walsh. Not a move to be had this time round, but it could see that happen later on. Behind them, you can see the trio of McDonald, DeHesse, Silent H, McDonald, Desi, and Creek. Not quite battling away. They're looking like they're possibly trying to catch up, and it's putting Joe Turner under pressure behind him.
Oh, Steve out wide in the back. Darren Powell's just gone very wide. And that's, I think, going to have dropped him to the back of the pack, and has.
Yeah, he's managed to keep himself going, which is a good sign, but that's the problem around here. You make one mistake, you really do run the risk of dropping all the way back, and especially with how close it is between 9th back. I mean, Matt Carter finds himself in a really well-worked 12th position at the moment. He started coming into his own a bit, Matt Carter. He struggled for the first few rounds of the season, but I feel like last week and this week he's really put on a show, and it's good to see as Bradley Thornton looks like he's been ushered back a couple positions by... I say ushered back, he's been overtaken by a few. I wonder if Thornton's got a problem there actually, because he was in 7th place and he's now finding himself down in 10th.
He's got no damage showing on his car, so I just wonder whether maybe...
mistake, possibly.
Yeah, made the mistake, maybe a little tap into a braking zone, possibly. Just looking at the front again, Sherlock's a lot closer than he's been before, I'd say. Oh,
a bit of a mistake there from Walsh. Oh, that gap was closed by Walsh and his Sherlock. I think he had to kind of pull out of that one a little bit as that door was shut a little bit through the braking zone. Sherlock trying to follow him now down the back straight, or down the start-finish straight into turn one. Is he going to make a move up the inside? I think he's getting a good run on that slipstream. Not sure if it's there this time round. No, not this one. He has to be careful though if these two start battling a little bit wide there from Walsh. Is that the opportunity that Sherlock needs? It might be. He's got his nose alongside. Inside line for the left-hander now. I think Walsh is going to have to settle for that one. He made a mistake through that one. On exit though, it's Sherlock's turn to make a mistake. Side by side the pair go. Yet again they've done this. Sherlock tucks in behind. Great move there from Walsh to get it back.
I was going to say, Steve, with that little mistake we saw just at the end of the last lap from Keane Walsh, is this the pressure starting to get to him?
I don't know. I don't want to say yes, he's feeling the pressure, because I don't want to kind of downplay his ability by saying that, but I think that I say that
he's
he runs
again.
wide and he's wide again. Yeah, and that's an easy position game there for Jason Sherlock. He's going to have to tuck in for a bit now, is Keane Walsh, and they have to be careful though, because now just a second and a bit back, Alex McDonald is bringing this trio in, and Joe Turnell's trying to get involved as well, so this battle for the lead could include a couple more drivers soon. There's a big battle going on further back, I can see. I think that's Owen Good dropping down. He's under immense pressure. He's down to 16th place now, as he was at one point in the top 10. I'm not quite sure what's happened to him. Matt Carter's up to 11th. Look at these four all side by side into the final corner. Oh, Mark Guest, I think that gets shuffled out wide. A little bit of contact further back. So they're all just vying for position. I think Guest actually tapped the inside wall there as they were going through the final corner. Up at the front. Kim Walsh not in a position to make a move that time. Here. Walsh is all over the back of Sherlock though. He's got a few laps still. A little bit wide on exit again goes Sherlock. These two are really pushing each other to the limit through those few corners.
One driver, Steve, who's made steady progress, not as much as I was sort of expecting. Albuquerque up to 14th at the moment.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if he can gain more than that as the race goes on, but he's doing well so far. 14th isn't a bad shout at all.
I believe he's the highest of the promoted drivers at the moment.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yes, because we've got Liam Buckley is the next one in 16th. They would both stay up as it stands at the moment. Currently going down would be Thibaut de Bomi. Anthony Bartolini would be going down, as would Mark Guest. Darren Powell, who we obviously saw run wide. And also going down would be Ross Limage.
Yeah,
who's actually dropped to the back of the field now.
Yeah, that is that bottom 7, but you can see Thibaut de Bomi is right on the back of Liam Buckley, so that could change.
What a dive bomb! What a move that is from Albuquerque. I've just seen it. Somebody's just ran very wide down there, and for a moment he almost had 2, but Phil Garsey's just got the position back on him. But up to 13th now for Albuquerque. This battle's getting a
concertina
bit
up
physical.
through the final corner. Yeah, these lot all over each other trying to find space.
Matt Carter, the man at the head of this little pack, has just seen a change for 4th, Steve.
Yeah, that is a change for 4th. Wow, they're still side by side actually. I think for a second there,
change to the lead,
Steve.
officially. For
This
a brief
is
moment.
typical.
There was a brief moment. I just saw it flick on the ticker. It said Cian Walsh got in front, but I've switched to it. It is
still Jason Sherlock. Yes, I think Walsh must have got a run into turn 1 as well. As you can see behind them, Desi and Creek are as they were. Sherlock ran a little bit wide there. I think he might have potentially opened up the door, but he's just covering that inside line. Walsh just doesn't seem to be getting the exits from that corner. Oh, a little bit wide there from McDonald, as you can see behind them. McDonald has escaped the clutches of Desi, who is under immense pressure from Creek and Turnell. Still, though, position 4, 5, 6 of these 3. Meanwhile, they've opened up a sizable gap to 7th place Bradley Thornton, who's doing really well to hold off the HYR contingency at the moment.
Just looking down with Thibaut de Bomi's making a move. Side tried it on Owen Good. Did we miss something with him dropping down to 16th there?
Did see him kind of drop down a few laps ago, but I couldn't quite catch what had happened. But yeah, you can see there at the moment, up the inside. He's got to be careful because he's under quite a lot of pressure from Bartolini as well as this fight rages on to stay in a lobby. Up at the front.
That's the thing though for Thibaut de Bomi, he's got to make that move if he wants to stay in a lobby.
Yeah, he really does. Bartolini looks like he's made a move up the inside though. The door was open. Didn't need a second invitation.
Just ahead, Steve, this battle for 11th. Matt Carter, Phil Garside, Albuquerque, Vadim Pajul. This is looking a bit feisty getting into turn 1 here. And I think that's Garside
up the
going
inside.
For a move.
I think Matt Carter tried to close the door, but wasn't too close that time round. Yeah, a little bit shoved up wide does Carter. That's going to put Vadim Pajul potentially in position to take as well. Oh, he's lost it on the curb slightly. Save it, Carter. Yes, you have.
Oh, and in front, one of the HYR cars was off, and I think that's Scott Morgan. He's just rejoined.
Yeah, Scott Morgan finds himself down in 10th place. It's all happening this lap. It's as we switch to one battle, another one seems to rise up. As you can see, Sam Creek.
Oh, out wide, Sam Creek's out wide now.
Yeah, he looked like he tried to go around the outside of Michael Desi, but it wasn't to be had that time.
It's now Joe Turnell's turn to attack Michael Desi here for 4th.
Yeah, Turnell now. I mean, I think, if I've got my maths right, I believe he took the... oh, God, I'm going to sneeze. I'm trying to sneeze. Oh, God. Perfect timing for that, just as I'm trying to talk. Joe Turnell, I believe, has overtaken Scott Morgan in the championship now after their pair of results in race 1. But Sherlock, with his win, I believe he's put himself in a real shout for the championship lead, especially after this race as well. So Turnell needs to start getting some points and getting himself back closer to Jason Sherlock and reduce the gap that's closing. But right now, Sherlock is doing a fantastic job up at front. Alex McDonald in third, really good showing from him as well. He's found himself in what was Desi's position last time, where he was just in a bit of no man's land with nothing in front, nothing behind. But right now, look at the defensive line being taken from Desi as they make their way into turn one. Turnell's still going to go up the inside, though. Is he going to get that one stopped? Surely he's going to run wide, and Desi's going to take that back.
Yeah.
Yes, he will, yeah. Good defence there from Desi. I really thought for a second that Turnell was going to get that stopped. I thought it was going to be wrong, but never mind. It's a sign, though. It's a warning. If that gap's there, he's going to go for it.
Oh, another one out wide. It's Phil Garside.
Garside has come back on in 13th place, but the run he's got, he's under immense pressure immediately and dives up the inside, comes Owen Good. Garside immediate switch back between the pair, and he's got it straight back again, so well done from Garside there.
Yeah, he lost 2 positions in the initial moment there. Alpha Turk and Vadim Pajul getting past him.
And Pajul, really good showing from him at the moment as well in 12th place, so welcome to the series, Vadim. Looking further back, you can see that Thibaut Devomi finds himself in 17th in the drop zone, and it's now Matt Carter who's at risk of dropping, should he be overtaken. The CQR pair of Mark Guest and Darren Powell, they won't be happy with 19th and 20th, but it is still good points. So, you know, it's not to... You know, it's not like you lose out too heavily down there, but of course it does restrict you for the next round being in B lobby, being the highest you can finish is barring any, any crashes out, etc. The highest you can finish being 22nd. For the front, I believe. Oh, Garside wide again, and he's lost more positions all the way back down to 17th place. I think he's had an actual.
He's out.
He's had a problem. Yeah, he's had a real problem, and he's gone. So that's Garside out of this one, as my screen is black and I can't get it back at the moment because I was watching Garside at the time.
I wasn't, and I had that as well.
Yeah, so Garside now, he is out of this one, which means it is still 17th, which is the drop zone. But
it's not Thibaut Devomi anymore.
No,
it's
that's now Darren Powell. But he is 1.2 seconds away from getting himself into safety, and I don't think he's going to like that. But here we are, final lap of the race. Did the lead change whilst we were looking at that?
It did. It did. We were so. It must have been something that happened.
Whilst that black screen happened, the lead has changed. Kian Walsh is now in the lead. Jason Sherlock is dropping away from him in second place. Has Sherlock got an issue?
No, he's got no damage. He should be good on fuel as well, so he's not going into fuel save. I wonder whether when Garside left there was a... No, I just wonder whether when Garside left, whether or not there was like a little lag spike within the lobby that may have just put him off.
Maybe, yeah. But
another position I've just seen as well, Steve. Alpha Turk has just gone up to 10th. Scott Morgan has dropped back a little bit now.
Great drive there from him.
He's going to be praying for the number 10 to be drawn on the reverse grid.
Absolutely. Absolutely he will. But here we go, though. Through the final corner. Kian Walsh, we apologise for missing your overtake for the lead. But you didn't do much wrong from what we were seeing. Exits the final corner, makes his way, crosses the line. Kian Walsh wins the second race of the night, round 17. Second place, a really good drive from Jason Sherlock, and Alex McDonald returns to the podium. Michael Desi comes home in 4th. The battle for 17th is raging on, by the way. So they make the way to the line. I believe Thibaut Devomi has kept it. He has. Thibaut Devomi has made it and stayed in 16th place. I believe Anthony Bartolini is the unfortunate to drop.
He is.
There you go, though. Kian Walsh builds on some good momentum he's been getting going as the season's been progressing. Finds himself with another win. After last time around getting 2 first place and a 3rd, he's continued that run of podiums now with a 2nd, a 1st. What can he be? But there you go, though. That is the top 12. Well, that's the top 13. Now, as you kind of made a mention of, Connor, the reverse grid draw for race 3. So the way this works is there will be a reverse grid draw between positions 6 and 12, Those who watch the British Touring Car Championship will know exactly what this is. Though the number that is drawn, argument's sake in this position, it is 6th, then it would be Sam Creek starting from pole, Joe Turnell in 5th starting 2nd, Desi in 3rd, McDonald 4th, etc, etc. However, if the number, I don't know, 12 is pulled, then that means that 12th place is promoted to 1st, 11th to 2nd, and they are, of course, reversed there. So, the potential for pole is Sam Creek, Bradley Thornton, Joseph Atkinson, Matt Fitzgerald, Alper Turk, Scott Morgan, and newcomer to the series, Vadim Bajul.
He will be begging for number 12 to be drawn.
Will be an interesting one to see indeed.
See if anything's been posted yet about any potential number. Nothing yet.
I hope everyone enjoyed that one. I know I did. Hopefully there should be a lot less of a delay between race 2 and race 3. Yeah, confirmation though of the bottom 5 who dropped down. So of course, as you saw, Phil Garside with that unfortunate disconnect or did not finish, means he will be dropping down. Mark Guest in 20th. There is Limage in 19th. Apologies, I'm trying to learn the name. Ross
New
Limage
names.
Yeah, new names jumping in. Ross Limage in 19th. Darren Powell in 18th. Anthony Bartolini eventually was the one in 17th. Thibaut Nobel did really well to hold him off. I mean, it's a 2/10 gap in the end, so a bit further than it originally looked. Matt Carter, I do want to give a point out to him though. In 14th, he's doing, like I said earlier on, the recovery he's done from what was a difficult start to the season. Matt Carter's really started to turn that around. I mean, up until the last round of the season, he was averaging about 25th place, and the last week he averaged 12th. So it's a really good kind of. He's finally got that golf working for him, it seems. But be interested to see how that goes as the nights continue. Again, I really hope that everyone has been enjoying tonight. Can't apologise anymore for the delays between race 1 and race 2. Race 3 has finished, and we have our 5 who are coming up. And it is Aidan Raftery who will be making a move. He won a lobby, so great drive from Raftery. We'll also have a new driver to the series, Lewis Nightingale, as well as Lee Hepburn, Richard Carnwell, and Declan Evans making his return up. So good to see him coming back. Cannot wait for them.
Just going to quickly run to the toilet, Steve, before we get race 3 underway.
Not a problem at all. And the reverse grid draw has been done. It is 10th place, meaning Alper Turk will be starting from pole position for the final race of the night. From not making qualifying and starting from the back of the grid at the very back of B lobby for race 1, he finds himself starting from pole for the final race of the evening. That will be Matt Fitzgerald alongside him with Joseph Atkinson and Bradley Thornton next. Then it'll be Sam Creek and Joe Turnell, Michael Desi and Alex McDonald, with Sherlock and Walsh starting on 9th and 10th. That is going to be something. I'm looking forward to that. I hope everyone else is ready for a good race 3. Hope everyone's enjoying this so far.
And I am back.
So I don't know if you obviously you were in the you had gone to the bathroom when you when the draw was given.
Oh, I've just seen the number.
Yeah, 10th place, beating Alpha Turk, as I've just mentioned, going from starting at the very back of the grid from race 1, or for race 1, will be starting from pole for the final race of the night.
This just goes to show if you have a little moment, you drop down to B lobby, your race isn't necessarily over, your evening's not over. He's in a real position here to pick up some solid points on his return.
This is, I mean, race 3. It's always the one that shakes things up, and I kind of feel sorry to an extent that I feel sorry to an extent for Alex McDonald. He did well to get himself up to 3rd. You know, he did a really good drive, got himself on the podium, and now it's like, right, do it again. Back to 8th with you. So, those that are still sticking around, very much appreciate you being it. Of course, as always, do give some feedback on how the racing's gone, other than the delays. So, just waiting on the last couple of people. Believe, yeah, we're just waiting on a couple more people from B Lobby to jump in, and then we'll get the last race underway.
Patient wait before race. Tell you what then, Steve, while we wait for race 3 to get underway, pick for the winner.
Pick for the winner for race. I mean, would it be wrong of me to not chuck Alpha Turk in there, seeing as he's starting from pole? Would I be a bad person if I didn't say it?
Got to be the last first challenge.
It's got to be, surely. Bookie says Roger taking the win. Yeah, you've got to chuck his name in there, you know. Who are we waiting on, by the way?
Let's have a look. I believe whoever it is just joining now, and it is now giving me a black screen.
I feel like they might be loading in. Yeah, agreed, Roger. Yeah, see, the consensus looks to be Roger. Well, I'm going to chuck it in there then. Who is your pick then, Connor?
My pick. Ooh. See, I kind of want to say Alpaturk as well. We know he's a quick driver. Has he? Am I right in saying he has a win this season? Correct.
I don't believe he actually has.
Is this one to go and check the stat book?
I am on the stat book right now. He has not. He has a second place, but not a win yet.
Is this the drive for the win?
I think Fastbud has nailed it there. Actually, I think unless no Kian Walsh or Sherlock come through, I think it is probably Rogers to have.
I think we are going to be down a car for the start of this race.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to have a look through and see who it is. I believe it's going to be one of the guys who came up from B lobby.
Alex Dawn just because I want to see a goal. That's a good call. It's Deck that's not coming up.
Yes, I just wonder maybe we've had a few delays tonight. Maybe he's got to be up early for work.
Could be done for the evening, yeah. It's
Which
not a problem.
is a shame.
Do we know
not
the lap
to
times
see
he
him
put in
here.
race 2 compared to Noble and Mark? We might be up to actually. Bear with me 1 second. I can give you the very least their fastest lap from the race. So Noble and Amarth. Amarth did a 48.9, Noble with a 49.2. Roger did a 49.4, but he was amongst the pack. Yeah, if Roger gets the jump, we've gone. Yeah, can't disagree with that at all. Cannot disagree with that at all. But let's have a look then for the grid. Get this final race of the evening underway. So let's get the ticker set up because I have to do it every time. There we go then. Right, so starting from pole, as mentioned, it is Alpaturk with Matt Fitzgerald alongside him. Behind them is Joseph Atkinson and Bradley Thornton. Following them on the row behind is Sam Creek and Joe Turnell. Row behind them is Michael Dessy and Alex McDonald. Then it is Jason Sherlock, our race 1 winner, followed by Kian Walsh, our race 2 winner. So are we going to see a different winner for race 3, or are one of those two going to make it a 2 out of 3 situation? 11th place, just missing out on the reverse grid, is Scott Morgan, who's not had the best night compared to some of the other ones, so he'll hope for a bit of a better one this time round. And alongside Scott Morgan is Pajul, of course. Just so many new names to remember all the time. Owen Good starts from 13th alongside Matt Carter in 14th. Then it's Liam Buckley, Thibaut Debomi, Aidan Raftery. Behind them is Lewis Nightingale, his first appearance in A Lobby and his first newcomer to the series as well, so welcome to him. Lee Hepburn is in 19th, and 20th, rounding out the grid, is of course Richard Carnwell. But as they make their way towards the grid to get themselves lined up, seeing that Turk starting from pole, we'll have to wait and see if he can pull it off. I hope he can. I'm just saying it. I hope he can.
Good news for all you race-obsessed fanatics. There are VIP pre-race passes still available at the box office.
Circuit announcer gets loud. We're all just lining up at the back. You can see a couple of cars just still getting into final position.
Intense competition.
Glad you were hearing the circuit commentators as well, because I was hearing that earlier in my ear through my headset. I thought I was going crazy for a minute.
Going?
Oh.
Believe a couple cars at the back are just finalising getting into position. I think that's what the delay is to start here. Here we go though. Off we go, and it's a really good start, not only from Alpha Turk, also from Matt Fitzgerald behind him. I think further back it was a really poor start for Joe Turner when he's been swamped off the start. I believe I saw Alex McDonald get past him as well, but defensive line for Alpha Turk into turn one. Gonna take the lead, take the whole shot behind him. You can see everyone all piling through. I think there's a kick of the dirt there. One car looks like it's gone slightly wide. I believe that's one of the HYR cars. I think that's Joseph Atkinson. He's going to try side by side on the moment with Sam Creek. Creek goes wide, just touches the grass. I think he's managed to hold it further back. I think everyone's actually made it through safely for the first few corners.
There was a bit of smoke. I think somebody got sideways, but I didn't quite catch who it was. Somebody towards the back.
Looking at it, I think everyone managed to get through safely. I can see that Carmel and Hepburn are battling away. Meanwhile, you can see Alpha Turk has got the start he wanted. He's under immense pressure though, still, so you can see side by side in the background everyone. Is Turk going to try and do what Sherlock and Walsh did in the first two races and get away early? I think he might try to. Bradley Thornton, however, he's seeing this, and I think he's trying to get involved as quick as he can. He's trying to get alongside Matt Fitzgerald at the moment. Fitzgerald is just going to usher him wide. Atkinson for a second looked like he was going to possibly get a run, but I think that door closed quite quickly, and behind them you can see that Sam Creek is getting involved, as is Desi, and also you can see, I believe it's Jason Sherlock just tucked in behind. They've managed to gain a place between them. I think that they're the beneficiaries of the poor start for Joe Turnell. Sam Creek looks like he's trying to make a move. No, he's just going to back out and slightly behind. There's only really one line through there. So everyone makes it through the final few corners. Looks like they've made it through safely into the final corner. Overhead shot really showing how close they're all getting. And you can see up at front, it's only half a second now between Alpha Turk and Matt Fitzgerald, who's looking like he's going to be under pressure from Bradley Thornton. Not only that, actually, Sam Creek is putting Joseph Atkinson under a lot of pressure as well. Atkinson going to the defensive inside line. You see in the background, McDonald's Law, so having a look at Desi, but it's not to be had as well. Atkinson just manages to keep that one, not run wide. For a second, I thought Sam Creek actually got alongside him on the exit. Oh, he has. He's got his nose alongside. He's been given the space by Atkinson.
Oh, just behind Steve, off the curb there. It was Alex McDonald got sideways.
He did. He looks like he's managed to save it. He's currently in a real battle here with the two race winners.
Sherlock did get past him, and they're side by side. I think that was a little bump round.
Oh, there is a
Sherlock's
tap.
wide.
Sherlock's wide. Does he manage to save it? He has. Oh, he's just going to stay up. Is he going to get the position straight back from McDonald? I don't know. Well, he's managed to get alongside, actually. Is he going to get it on exit? I think he's going to have to settle to slot in behind. Yes, he is. He's just managed to keep the the Echo Sneak Astra of Kia Morse tucked in behind.
Thornton's going up inside for second place there.
Yeah, just switch to that now. Thornton has
on,
got it under braking on Matt Fitzgerald, sorry.
But look at what this has done for the gap to Alpha Turk now.
Yeah, Alpha Turk's gap has risen all the way up. It's a 1.6 second lead now. And he could do with Fitzgerald trying to make another move here and trying to get this position back. Meanwhile, just noticed on the ticker, you can see way down in 18th place is Scott Morgan. He started 11th. I wonder if he got slightly caught up in that start, whether it was him that we saw go sideways.
Possibly might have been, as somebody has just joined, but I don't know who that is.
Whoa, bit of contact there in the background. I think that might have been Desi just tapping the back or slightly on the rear wheel of Sam Creek. Was that in 4th place? Yes, it would have been, which has given Joseph Atkinson 4th at the moment. They're not making any inroads at the moment on Alpha Turk. Matt Fitzgerald looks to the inside, not a gap there this time.
Alex McDonald looks like he's just got ahead of Jason Sherlock. Sherlock's fighting back though.
Oh, Sherlock closes that door and McDonald's going to settle behind. Oh, I think he had a
McDonald's
little...
off the curb.
It's the pair of them.
Both
It's the Astra and the Golf both go sideways. I think they've managed to save it. I believe Kean Walsh has pulled over to the side to make sure that... Yeah, it looks like he's letting McDonald back through. I think that was started from a little tap on the back.
I think they just... I don't think there was a tap. I think they both just touched the curb on the exit and got sideways, but...
Possibly.
Big beneficiary of that, Vadim Pajuluk's 8th.
Yeah, up to 8th place for Vadim. Really good from him. Meanwhile, the gap at the front is a 2.1 second gap now between Albuquerque and Bradley Thornton. This is
Joseph
going
Atkinson's on this
perfectly.
battle now. And Sam Creek.
Through the hairpin yet again we go. Make their way down. Through mine shaft into the Crocodiles.
Just looking at somebody on the tick who looks like he's about to make a move. Joe Turner up the inside of Owen Good. And I think he's made that one.
Yeah, under braking, looks like he got that one. Yeah, just slightly behind. You can see that McDonald and Creek really have kind of upset their race a little bit with that loss of positions.
Walsh.
They managed to save it. They are sorry, yes, Walsh. But they've sat now in 11th and 12th.
Joseph Atkinson's in the slipstream here on Fitzgerald. Is there going to be moving to turn 1 here? No, not this time.
Not this time round, no. I was just looking further back as Thibaut Debomi looked like he and Matt Carter were side by side going down the straight, but I think Matt Carter actually got the better exit and just pulled in ahead of him. So though the gap started to drop a little bit. It's down to just under 2 seconds. I say that as it goes back over 2 seconds, so I think that gap will just have to keep an eye on that one.
I was just going to say, interesting on that one, I just noticed there's a small sort of gap starting to appear between Thornton and Fitzgerald. Just wonder whether now
Yeah, wonder if
Bradley Thornton might be able to make some inroads into Albuquerque.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does. I think, in the background you see Vadim going a little bit wide, could get himself pulled in by Joe Turner. As you can see, I think Fitzgerald actually is acting a little bit like a cork in the bottle here for this pack of 5. You can see Atkinson is all over the back of him looking for position. He just can't seem to find the gap. A little bit late on the brakes there, I think from... Never mind, he's managed to actually get that one turned. I think he's got a good exit from there in the end.
One thing I'm noticing, Steve, the gap between the top 2 is increasing, but the gap between 2nd and 3rd is also increasing. Turk and Thornton both pulling away from this battle.
Yeah, Albuquerque's having a really good drive at the moment. He's not putting a foot wrong, and it's given the... Thornton looks like he's driving his best that he can to try and catch up as well, but it's just not to be had at the moment. See Fitzgerald actually... continue. Sorry.
Trying to go side by side there through that little kink back here. Thibaut Debomi's in a massive battle with Matt Carter's in it. Scott Morgan's in it. Lewis Nightingale round the outside in the Mercedes. It's the first time I've seen a Mercedes actually, is it not? Or did we see one earlier?
We did have. That's the first Mercedes we've had tonight. Otherwise, we had the Mercedes of Josh Rousel that I think we saw last at Watkins Glen making some moves.
Yes.
But up the inside though goes Matt Carter. Oh, big defensive move in the background there from Nightingale. He actually looks like he may have made a move on Raftery at the same time. Still side by side, you can see the background of the red Mercedes there of Lewis Nightingale. I think he's still side by side. Actually, Raftery's got a really good exit. In the background, you can see a bit of a squirrely moment there for Scott Morgan.
Or somebody who's making a move here as well, Steve. Sam Creek's going around the outside of Joseph Atkinson.
They're a little bit connected there, I think.
Yeah. Forza glue.
3 wide through the left-hander. They're going to have to be careful through there. That's not... Atkinson's all over. Has he managed to hold that one? I think he has. He's lost a couple positions, but he's not lost more.
Yeah, he caught it.
Managed to catch that. Has Atkinson got damage as a result of all that then? I think he's managed to save it, actually. I thought for a second the amount of time he was losing, he might have had damage, but he's actually managed to keep that one going. And Joe Turnell's now tucked in behind these two, hoping to get involved. Sam Creek, you can see now, he's looking to get past Michael Dessy up in front, though. Jason Sherlock, the beneficiary of all this, finds himself in 4th place. Matt Fitzgerald is in 3rd, now gaining on Bradley Thornton, who, actually I say that, the gap between himself and Turk is now 3.3, so I think Thornton might have made a mistake, and that's dragged Fitzgerald back in.
I don't think he has, Steve. I don't think he has. I think Turk has upped his pace.
Okay, no, I hope it's that way around, because I don't want to see anyone make a mistake, and, you know, good driving from Turk at the front. He's just commanding this one at the moment. Meanwhile, just noticed on the ticker at the bottom, Thibaut Debomi finds himself down in 20th place, so that battle that was raging on looks like he's lost out there. Meanwhile, in the background, just caught a glimpse of it. I was trying to switch to it. Where are we? There we are.
Switched back now, and a big move there from Joe Turnell.
Well, a little bit of side-on-side contact there from Turnell, and believe that was... Oh, they're still all over each other. Have they managed to save it? The Dean
big switch of
nearly
curve.
lost out, but he's managed to keep it. McDonald is all over Joseph Atkinson now, trying to get that position back.
Cian Walsh looking up the inside now. Vadim Pujol just got his nose chopped there.
Yeah, this battle is 7 now. It's going all the way back from Joseph Atkinson down to Liam Buckley. As you can see, side by side is good, and Pujol. Oh, look at the run that McDonald got through those corners, but he just got his nose closed off. There was just not a gap there. Atkinson had that one covered. Oh, big send possibly from McDonald under braking. He actually just seemed to close that one down good with an opportunistic move up the inside of Pujol.
Somebody who's made some massive inroads this lap, Steve. Jason Sherlock is now right on the back of Matt Fitzgerald for third.
Yeah, switch that battle for the final podium position. I say that as if Bradley Thornton isn't in a really good spot, isn't in a bit of trouble as well. Through the final corner we go, on to the start-finish line. Look at the gap that Alpaturk has built up. It's nearly 4 seconds at this point. He's commanding this one beautifully. See though, I mean there is still, it's nearly a second between Thornton and Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, this will be a really good result for him, a third place here by the way. Let's not take that away from him at all. He's really got to be careful, as you can see. Jason Sherlock now really starting to put him under pressure.
Just out wide there, Vadim Pujol's out wide. Owen Good got up the inside of him.
Yeah, this battle raging on for what is really 7th place. You can see that McDonald has actually managed to get past Joseph Atkinson in the end. He's now going to look to try and chase down 6th place Michael Desi. He's got all over each other. There's still 3 laps to go. I say
Did we miss something, Steve?
I've
Scott
just noticed
Morgan.
the same thing, I think. Yeah, Scott Morgan down in 20th place with 4 seconds back.
He's got no damage on his car. We must have missed the little moment that he's had there.
Must have. He was in that battle for around 15th, 16th place, if I remember rightly. He wasn't in this fight. He finds himself now down in 20th position. That's just enters the night as the championship leader. I hate to say it, but I don't think he's going to exit the evening as the championship leader.
No, he's not had what I feel like will be a good night for his standards.
No, completely agree. You can see Sherlock as he set up a switch back on Fitzgerald. I think he might have, but Fitzgerald gets a really good exit in that alley. He's going to keep hold of that one. No, I think the thing that must be mentioned with Scott Morgan is that he actually is yet to score a podium this season, but just his consistency and decent finishes and, to be honest, also turning up every race, he finds himself leading the championship. Of course, as we're mentioning, that lead is looking like it's going here, but it's a really good
Very
run.
defensive line from Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald going as
He's
far
feeling it.
left as he can go. Sherlock going to beat him under brakes? Not sure. Around
He's
the
gonna
outside,
send
I
that.
think he's gone a bit wide there. He's going to have to just slot him behind that time round, but really good defensive driving there from Fitzgerald. There's a battle going on behind. Still this scrap for what is this position is for 10th place. It's good. Still holding off Vadim Pujol. In the process, Cian Walsh manages to get through. Must say though, that battle of Sherlock trying to get a position on Fitzgerald has completely given Bradley Thornton his 2nd place now. Barring a mistake from Thornton, I don't think he's going to lose out on that one. Again, must mention, really good drive from Alpaturk up in front. 4 points, just under 5 seconds. Just under 4.5 seconds the gap now between himself and Bradley Thornton.
I'm just going to throw a question to you, Steve. Do you know what roughly the percentage fuel usage for 1 lap here is?
Who's low on fuel?
3rd place Matt Fitzgerald, he's on 7.3% at the moment. I'm just comparing that to like Alpaturk. Alpaturk, the race leads on 10.4.
That could be something to keep an eye on then, Matt
And
Fitzgerald.
Jason Sherlock is only on 7.5 as well.
Maybe Turk is overfueled then. Let's think it's that way around, shall we? Just in case. Otherwise, we could see these two dropping back later on in the race.
Because they've got 2 laps still to go now. They're just starting their second lap now. 6.7 in their Audi. 6.6.
Oh, that could be something to keep an eye out for. Have they fueled it perfect, or have they possibly underfueled these two? Around the outside, Sherlock got a good move under braking. Fitzgerald giving him the space. He's got the inside line to the right-hander. Fitzgerald still on the inside under braking. Sherlock, we've seen him do this with Walsh a couple times tonight.
I think he's got
loving this from
momentum.
behind. I think. Yeah, he's finally got him as Jason Sherlock got him, and he's into the right-hander. He's managed to get a hold of third place, and he's now, it's probably not enough time, but he's going to try surely and chase down Bradley Thornton for second place.
Going to keep an eye on this. He was on 6.9% fuel over the line, was Fitzgerald. I just want to see what he is when he comes over the line now. And if it's less than half of that, then he might be in trouble. But I think
he might
just get away with this.
What's he on at the moment?
5.2.
Think he might be alright, but we'll soon see. We'll keep an eye on that one. Meanwhile, just notice at the back of this little pack of 4, Alex McDonald has suddenly made an appearance there in 7th place. He has closed the gap on Michael Desi. Well, considering the reverse grid, it's been extremely close, and not extremely close, but extremely fair racing I've noticed from these guys this time round. Of course, there was the odd moment.
Now you said it.
Owen Good dives up the inside there of Joseph Atkinson and takes 9th place away. Front, I believe I saw a move being made there through the final corner. So we enter the final lap of the race. Commanding lead. 5.2 seconds lead there for Alper Turk. Fitzgerald defensive to the inside.
Steve. Sam Creek's going to go around the outside. Is he going to repeat the move that Sherlock did? And I think he's still there. He is. And he's through.
Fitzgerald looks to be a little bit slow. Is Fitzgerald harbouring an issue with his fuel as well, or is he?
He was the one who was the lowest on fuel, but when he crossed the line, he was on 4.3. So that's
so he must be
more than half.
He's got a poor run through there. That's not too bad then.
He will probably be nigh on fumes when he crosses the line.
Save and wait. Looks like he may have actually pulled a good one with the amount of fuel he's put in, but don't want to jinx him now. Commentator's curse and all that. See in the background there, Joe Turner all alone in 8th place.
I think there might be a few goat emojis coming out here from our race leader at the moment. This is a last to first challenge. He started at the back of B lobby for race 1. He's built a commanding lead in this race, barring any disasters. He's got this one sewn up.
Absolutely brilliant drive from Turk, and we'll switch over to him now as he makes his way through the final corners. Through the right-hander we go. This is going to be his first win in the OMA Touring Car Championship. Into the final corner we go. Alper Turk rounds it down the straight he comes. What a drive. Skids his way over the line. The win goes to Alper Turk. Bradley Thornton's going to come home in 2nd place. 3rd place looks like it's going to go the way of Jason Sherlock. Yes, it does. Sam Creek takes home 4th, followed by Michael Desi in the end, who did get past the Audi of Matt Fitzgerald, who didn't have to worry about fuel in the end. 7th place for Alex McDonald. 8th place Joe Turnell. 9th did go to Joseph Atkinson. 10th in the end for Kean Walsh. Flying Bird, nice chaos, good race. Thank you very much, Flying Bird. Appreciate you. There we go, though. Bradley Thornton in 2nd place. Alper Turk takes the win. Perfection of a drive. So, confirmation then of the race results. Just wanted to make a quick mention, actually, that obviously Joseph Atkinson came home in 9th. 10th was Kean Walsh. Now, Atkinson was battling away originally with Owen Good, who finished down in 13th. So something's definitely happened there on that final lap that we've missed. Between them, obviously, you can see Pajul in 11th, Buckley 12th, Good, as mentioned, in 13th. Araftari comes home in 14th. Nightingale 15th, good drive from him in the Mercedes. And then you had Hepburn and Carter 16th and 17th. Carmel comes home in 18th. 19th for Thibaut Dubomi and 20th place for Scott Morgan. Great drives all the way up and down the grid, but how do we feel about that one then, Connor?
That was, I think, nothing. I think, am I right in saying that's the biggest margin for the win we've had so far this season?
I think it's got to be up there. I do believe that it's up there. I don't, just from close, instant memory, I cannot remember a race that was that dominated by a single driver.
I'm just trying to have a look back at some past results, just to see if I could see anything. Trying to remember a race where we might have had a dominating. We did have a. That's not a 5. I thought it was. That's a 4-second win.
I think that is the closest race of the biggest gap at the end of a race. I think you're right. Really good drive by Alpaturk.
That, and like we've said, he started last in race 1 in B lobby.
Yeah.
And he ends the night
With a
race
win.
3 over a race winner.
It's a real shame that he missed a couple rounds, and obviously with the car swap as well, because I do feel like he'd be, if he can hold this pace for the rest of the season, just
I can still see a
start
top
making
10
a push.
finish.
Well, coming into this race, just for reference, so Alpaturk at the moment finds himself in 27th place in the championship, but that is going to be completely different after tonight, I feel like.
I think this is something they're definitely going to have a look at, surely, for next season. He's definitely got the pace to be up there as a champion contender.
Absolutely.
Obviously, the car swap didn't help. He's missed a few nights. Surely this has got to give him confidence going, for next season. We're already talking about next season. We're only just over the halfway mark now. But serious thought, surely there's definitely pace in there to be a champion.
Absolutely, cannot disagree with that at all. I think the one thing I will mention going into the kind of next week is next time round we will be at Mugello, and it'll be interesting to see. I believe looking at the points, I want to say that Jason Sherlock may actually be leading the championship going into that round.
I was going to say he obviously he missed a round. He missed, what was it, when we had to do the reschedule, wasn't it? So
Jason Sherlock
7, 8, and 9.
missed Hakone. Yeah, Hakone.
But obviously he came into tonight, bearing in mind he missed that, he was only 66 points behind Scott Morgan, who's done every round so far. And each race, Jason Sherlock got a podium finish. A win, a second, and a third. Solid points on the board. I think he will have taken the lead of the championship off Scott Morgan.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you there. Of course, keep an eye on our socials when the points will be updated and the standings released. I mean, a 10th place finish at the end for Keir Walsh is not, by any stretch a poor result. But it's it's hard. It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the season pays out. We are just past the halfway point now on the calendar. Next time round it will be Mugello, and then it's on the final stretch as we go through the European rounds at Mugello, Nürburgring, Catalonia, and then our Brands Hatch GP finale. But thank you to everyone who joined us tonight. I hope everyone has enjoyed themselves. Apologies again for the delays earlier on in the night, but I think
and the random waffling about waffles and syrup and Lance Stroll.
Yeah.
It's a bit of everything tonight. Some cracking racing, a bit of waffling. We can get to do it all again next week.
Absolutely, cannot wait at all. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Fastbud. Really enjoyed having you in the chat, and thank you to all the ECH guys celebrating for Roger as well. Speak next week, absolutely. So thank you to everyone, and yeah, we'll see you next time round. Thank you very much.
See you later.